Bola Ahmed Tinubu was declared president but did not secure 25% votes in the federal capital, Abuja. Human rights lawyer Femi Falana breaks the interpretation of Section 134 of the 1999 Constitution on who will be the next president. Please, guys, watch the video. Do not forget to like, share, and leave your comment. Thank you.
Just coming out of this election are also being heavily debated. I know you are a reputable lawyer in the land, and I know that you know the rules guiding substantial cases before the court, and I know you might not want to delve into those matters, but without having to touch on the meat of the petitions before the Presidential Election Tribunal, there's been a lot of controversy. Can you please give some kind of expatiation and some kind of explainer on what has divided many Nigerians on the issue of the Section 134 of the Constitution in just simple time without delving into the meat of what is before the court?
Well, I had expressed an opinion on Section 134 of the Constitution on the 23rd of January this year. That's about a month before the presidential election. On that occasion, I expressed a legal opinion. And that was why I was very hesitant to join the bandwagon when lawyers started giving political interpretation of that section. My position this year, in January this year, and I think it was my respected colleague, Olisa Agbakova, that expressed concern and drew the attention of the INEC to Section 134 of the Constitution, and that it might create some problem. And on that occasion, through your medium, I did state that there is no electoral college in Nigeria, and therefore, the votes cast, or recorded in any part of are equal. Section 134 of the Constitution specifically requires a winner of a presidential election to meet certain requirements. The first one is to score the majority of lawful votes, and the second one is the territorial spread. 2/3 majority of the states and the Federal Capital Territory. And since the Federal Capital Territory has been interpreted to be the 37th state in Nigeria for the purpose of the Constitution, I didn't see any controversy at the material time, and that was when I expressed my opinion. But now that it has become a serious legal issue, and the matter is now pending in court, I'm very, very reluctant to speak definitively on the section, because there are decisions of our court on the status of ABUJA, 2 judgments of the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. There is also the judgment of the Supreme Court on the quality of votes recorded in every state in the country. And so since these decisions are available to all lawyers in Nigeria, to all my colleagues, I would have expected the debate to be anchored on decided cases, particularly by the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. Against you, as I said, since the matter is pending in the Court of Appeal already, it has been raised in some of the petitions. To that extent, I'm not expected to express my opinion so that one does not disrespect the court. But as I did say, I'd expressed an opinion when the election had not held, a month of the presidential election. And I stand by my position, which is that Abuja has been interpreted to be the 37th state in. I can't go beyond that for now, Shim.
I know you can. It's been a lot of controversies, and there's been a lot of division along party lines on the interpretation. Some who say, oh, it comes interpreted. Some say, no, it has been decided by our court. Of course, Section 134, for those who do not have their constitution very close, let me state just concisely what the lawyer, Mr. Falani, just stated now. And because Mr. Falani doesn't want to go deeper into it, you might as well just go onto Channel's YouTube page, and that's channelcvweb.com, and you can also find out for yourself what Mr. Falani has said earlier. We are not lawbreakers. We do not want to touch on what the courts are going to be deliberating on. Highest number of votes, and of course, the spread to 25% into third of the state of the Federation, plus the AFCT. We'll be hoping and looking forward to what the court will decide on this matter. Perhaps we'll lay that to rest if there's anything that happen. And so, Mr. Falani, I'm not sure a lot of people imagined that the 1979 scenario could play out. For some people have said, this is looking like, it may not be exactly like this. Did you envision that this election might be, for example, we had perhaps the lowest percentage of votes that have been won by anybody that has been declared as president-elect in this country in this election. Did you ever thought that this election was going to turn out like